What is up, Flick fans? Austin?
Yeah?
Is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
If you're watching this, 25 years from now, you're gonna be old, ugly, and stupid.
Well, you're not wrong.
What is up, Netflix fans, and welcome back to my channel. As promised, I am back with a brand new Netflix review, and this is one that maybe a lot of people haven't heard of. It's definitely one I had no clue what it was going in, didn't even watch a trailer, and this is a Spanish film, so you can either do subbed or dubbed. I prefer subbed, but some people enjoy the dubbing. This is a movie that was very interesting to me because I saw the premise and said, wow, that looks interesting. If you guys have seen this, let me know in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And if you haven't seen it, will this review get you excited? I will try to keep it short and sweet. So, The Mirage. Two storms separated by 25 years. A woman murdered. A daughter missed. Only 72 hours to discover the truth. And this is a very interesting film. Once again, had no anticipation for because I just didn't know what it was. But then I read what I just read to you guys, and I said, okay, this could be interesting. I believe it's the first Spanish film I have watched all year, and you know what? This was a pleasant surprise. Mirage is on Netflix right now, and I encourage you guys, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. If you like stories in the dramatic fashion, a bit of mystery, a bit of thriller, all of those genres are very present in this movie, and it was just a very interesting watch. It's definitely a slow burn. It starts out the first 20-25 minutes. You have to allow the pacing to grab a hold of you. Once you're in its grasp, it will not let you go, but it does take a bit to get going. But once the movie gets going and you realize why you were just subjected to this first 25-30 minutes, then you're like, okay, I get it. You have two separate stories happening here. One 25 years in the future, one in, well, not present day, but one in the past. And the two characters that the stories are centered around are communicating with each other through an old television. That is so interesting. One of the most interesting premises I have seen all year, and it's such a great time to come out too because I just watched Us. I'm right in the middle of season 2 of the OA, two very thrilling, dramatic, sci-fi-esque shows, and this has all of that in it, plus a mystery, and Mirage was a very pleasant surprise. I really enjoyed it. I like the cast. I don't know who a lot of these actors are, but they were very good. They carried their roles well, and the most important thing here is the young cast did a good job. I liked our boy. I liked our lead. I liked our director. His name is Oriol Paulo. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly because it's that Kentucky accent. It's Oriol Paulo. Even though that first portion of the film is slow, it does start you out with these characters. You meet Nico. He is the young boy who is filming himself play guitar for his mother, and all of a sudden he hears a noise outside of their house, goes to find out what it is. Something happens, and that's where this mystery begins. Flash forward to 25 years in the future. Another family moves into the house. She sees the tape of that young boy, and then the weird things start happening, the communication between two certain characters, and from then on is where I could get into spoiler territory. I'm not going to do that today because I want you guys to sit through this and start figuring things out yourself, but where this story goes is so interesting. It is a semi-Groundhog Day scenario. I'm not going to tell you specifically how, but it takes that concept, not specifically, it's a very general comparison, but it takes that and does something slightly different to it. Things start changing in certain characters' life, and the mystery of it all is figuring out how did this happen, why is this happening, and what is going on with this little boy 25 years ago, because he starts getting wrapped up in this mystery. There are two mysteries going on, and of course they collide as you expect, and Mirage is a very cool and interesting movie. Now that's the premise, the plot, and the script, and I think the acting is pretty good as well. How is the directing, the technical elements, the cinematography? Well, it's all pretty solid. I didn't have a major issue with anything behind the scenes. I thought it looked good. I thought it sounded good. I even liked the music. It's not necessarily memorable, but it didn't take away from the story, and that is very important. And it just has this very eerie feeling to it. I have been in this zone of watching very outlandish content lately, and this falls into that category, but it's just a very different movie and a very different experience. One that could have easily been very boring, fell completely flat story-wise, and it could have fallen apart in the third act. Now, they make some decisions where I'm like, okay, that's predictable. I could see that coming. It's not necessarily the most interesting thing I've ever seen, but the movie as a whole and the concept and the idea behind it is just cool. This movie is cool, and it's unexpected. It takes you by surprise. It may not be a film that I look back at the end of 2019 and say, well, that is the movie right there that defined the month of March. It's never been done. It never will be done again. No, it is similar to other films, but it just stands out story-wise and character-wise, and the fact that it was such a surprise is cool. And overall, guys, I think Mirage is a cool film to watch on Netflix. Very surprising. Once again, go in as blank as you possibly can in terms of the plot. I told you guys a few things that happen, but that just kind of sets up the story. Where it goes from there is where it really thrives. And I am going to give Mirage a pretty solid score, a 72%. Really surprised with this film. I had a good time with it. I like the characters, I like the acting, and it is a Spanish movie on Netflix that you can watch right now and hopefully enjoy or be completely bored with it. What do I know? You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun with this movie. Tomorrow morning, the OA Season 2 will be getting a review from me, and then of course, Shazam. I've been preaching it and building up to it. It's finally here. You guys are the absolute best as always. Ooh, a notification. I will catch you very soon.